just walked around the block with Mischief and just sitting outside the bungalow now. I'm just with her just to get a bit of fresh air. It's the first time really we've been out since New Year. Obviously just been ill and recovering, and it's just been raining. The weather's been so rubbish. I haven't really sort of gone anywhere apart from to the corner shop. So I thought rather than go back in and do the wash up and sort my dinner out, I'll sit in the fresh air, because obviously I've still got a bit of a chesty cough to clear. And Mischief's happy, she's sitting here with me. We spent an hour in the bungalow this morning doing some tidying and sorting things through. I try to do a little bit at a time so I don't overdo things. And then I sat painting this morning, so it's been quite productive. But so right now I'm about to do the washing up and cook my evening meal. Then I'll end up sitting just on the bed. So I thought, no, we'll sit outside in the chair, and it's a lovely day today actually. It's not too cold, so let's breathe in the much fresh air as we can get right now. Good morning everybody. So it's Tuesday, this is the day before I go to Ian's with Hope. Just did a bit of a tidy up, trying to take out the things we don't need to carry. You know, obviously the mess still. Spirit's up there. But I'm just trying to organise it so I'm not overdoing stuff. I had a lot of take my books, move my books down a bit more secure. Got to find some bungees to bungee everything together. I've learnt what I need for basic living and everything. I've got to sort my drawers out yet. Got to get a bungee over these drawers, stop these opening when we're travelling and everything. But see, it's a bit tidier. I brought the rug in from the kitchen area to put over this carpet, because obviously that will allow all the dirty boots to come in, and this can be washable, as can the floor be. This is all the stuff I've cleared out, so you can see how much I've got rid of. I'd carry too many clothes. Got some lovely new pyjamas and everything, so I'm just carrying one with me. I filled my drawers with like 6 changes of clothes, and this is just stuff I'm carrying that I don't need to carry just yet. I need to sort of put all that in the bungalow, tidy up the cat area, secure everything here. And actually I'm really looking forward actually to this, what we're going to be doing in this kitchen area. The more I look at it, the more I want to do it very soon, because this kitchen area actually leaks. All my food underneath is getting damp and wet and horrible. And obviously this area is where the cat area is going to be, and which will mean that we're going to have a nice little enclosed like aviary pen in here for them, with the access going back into the room. So it means that they're not going to be working on all the kitchen surfaces when I'm cooking. There'll be a log burner in that corner, so I can keep them safe. They can travel in the back and come in through here. The wheel will be here, and then these things will be on this side, so they'll be able to sit in their beds, look at the window when we're travelling, and actually be part of the drive instead of being shut in the back and stressing. Not that they stress, they go to bed normally. But yeah, this will be stripped out, And this side, like I say, is going to be my kitchen area. I have been looking at like different counters and desks, but I think the best thing to do actually is to build the unit that I want to put in there, so it's sort of self-done. So like I say, log burner in the corner, which I'll be able to cook on. That's either going to be the one that my mate's got of mine, or at some point down the line I'll buy another pipsqueak, because that's absolutely perfect little size. And I had one in Destiny and it works lovely. And then we'll have like a sink and water going down there. I don't know if actually this sink will fit in the area here. We might try and do that. So we have a sink, log burner, and then obviously the convection, what's it called? Is it convection? One of those electrical hobs there, hookups there. And obviously I've got this area then for prep and to put my miniature gas stove on, camping stove on, just to be a cook here. Just means I've got a window to look out of. I can open the window, get fresh air, it'll be warming up this area. This wall will have the cupboard on, as I said. But I mean, I can obviously tear all this down and move it over already. And that will then, give me an opportunity to sort of learn how to live in that space, as I've been doing. Now obviously Ian is going to be doing a few jobs. We've got the MOT coming up at the end of the month, so I want to make sure that there's no welding that they might pick up on that we already know of. Obviously there's more, then we'll obviously have to deal with that afterwards, but I just want to get catch up with the jobs, ready to put her in, and then we'll see what happens from the MOT. If she fails, obviously I'll leave her with Ian and fundraise, and I have to come and live in the bungalow until it's done. But if she passes, great, we can come back, organise a bungalow, because my next plan of action is I'm returning to Gloucestershire for a couple of months to help my family. My mum's not well, not my sister, and we have land there. We have land and woods and horses and things like that, and they're in for the winter. So basically I'm planning a boot camp for me, for my fitness kick, to get me healthy and do a bit of exercise, bake me in gently. And go back there. But obviously I need Hope to get there. I've got from now until April to be down there, and obviously the sooner we get Hope through her MOT, the sooner we can I can go. And then obviously I come back and start going to a few of the fan festivals and come back and obviously be working on things. Now the problem being that is I've obviously got to paint Hope before I take her to any displays. But obviously I can buy things down there, but I won't have the big ladder to get up on top, and obviously need a bit of fiberglass mending. So we'll see what happens, but obviously the priority at the moment is to get down to help with the care. I don't really care myself, so it's going to be a bit difficult. I obviously don't spend much time with my family, but this is obviously an important time when it's maybe my last chance to see folk for certain reasons. So it's going to be an emotional trip, but also it's going to be fabulous for the cats. We'll be able to go down, we'll be able to have a bit of time out in the beautiful countryside, reconnect with my roots. They'll have woods and fields and walks to enjoy, and have the time of their life basically. So I'm looking forward to that, and it's all on a hill, so I won't know what bloody hit me. Anyway, fingers crossed we'll get through the MOT, but first things first, we're going to take it to Ian, just get the wire in. Right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to wire the diesel heater in with a thicker wire, so we don't have to be plugged into the bungalow to jump start the heater. So hopefully when he's done the wiring to that, done the bigger decent wiring around, I'll be able to start the diesel heater, because that's working fine. So I'll be able to move away from here and sleep away from here. The battery box under the bonnet is all rusted underneath. It needs a new frame or whatever sitting under that. A bit of welding underneath the driver's side. And other than that, it's like sort of fiberglass, needs patching and mending for me to be able to paint her. And the back bit where it's been hit, probably was me hitting a cone. It's been bent in, that needs bending out. There is a reversing camera, which would have saved me doing that, and radio to be sorted out and put in the front section there. We want to sort all that little bit out there. It's got a nice little setup in there to put my reversing camera and the sat nav bits and everything in the front there, and the handbrake, not the handbrake, the horn needs mending, so we'll get that sorted as well. So I've been sat here all this time waiting. Hopefully it's a rainy day, but hopefully I'm going to get all this out into the bungalow in a minute, but hopefully it'll still be just a wet day tomorrow, and I can start her and it doesn't all freeze up and anything. We can get there in time, and we'll basically be there till Ian can do no more, or we've only got limited funds, but fingers crossed we can at least get the wiring done the welding done for the MOT, get the radio in, and then I'll have to find an MOT station who will take her in. Obviously I've got to leave the cats in the bungalow while she goes in for the MOT, do the MOT station. Well, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Probably can keep them in there, we'll see what happens. Find an MOT station, see what the verdict is there, and from there she'll either go back to Ian to be parked up and get the work done, or she'll come home and we can then start just tied at the bungalow, ready to leave it for a couple of months. But yeah, you know, I just hope that she goes through, because obviously I need to get down back to Gloucestershire quite urgently, really. Anyway, let's fingers crossed. I'll take you on the journey and try and get some of the work done with Ian, and get some of that on the vlog and see what happens next.